Hello everyone, welcome to your Big Guy channel. In this video, we'll talk about formula tab. We have already covered home, insert and page layout tab. Now today we are going to talk about formula tab. All those functions we will be discussing, but in more details, if you want to know about all those formulas, I have videos already created. Actually, it's for not for beginners, it's for people who work in Excel advanced. So still, if you want to go check out, I'll give the link in the description of all the videos, including all those formulas. Some of them are not there, like math and trigonometry. All right, so let's begin. If you haven't subscribed my channel so far, do subscribe now. Your big guide. Okay, so let's get started. First function we have here is insert function. So any formula you want to insert anywhere in any cell, you bring your cursor there in the cell and then go to insert tab. So this kind of dialog box opens up, and here you can type anything you wish to. I example, I type just sum. I say go, the sum is here, and now I say okay. So it says the value reference, it takes automatic, so it has taken on a reference. So if you click simply okay, so some formula is activated here, and drag it down, and there you are. So basically the insert function works to insert any of those logical formulas are there, whichever. Okay, now let me delete this all. So to explain more further, next function we have is auto sum, which has some basic formulas like average, count, number, max, min, and there are more other functions. So if you simply click here, it's a shortcut, and press enter, and you can double click here. So that's how it works. Recently used formulas will appear here. So basically we use sum before, so it gives including this 234. Okay, so financial formulas are all in here, and these are logical formulas and text formulas. All those function formulas I've already made a video about, so I will give the link in the description and I button. So date and time, all those formulas are also have made videos about lookup and reference also. So math, trigonometry so far I haven't covered, so you could check out some other videos, but yes, some basic functions are there. Okay, so more function, these are statistical engineering. Those functions works only when you already know the other function. So which takes us to define name, formula auditing, and calculation. So these are the three functions remaining. So here first of all we will talk about create from selection. So first we need to understand the name manager. Okay, how we make name manager and what is the use of that. Example, this cell has a reference, every cell has a reference. So this cell Z2, you can see it here, this is G2, and if you want to give any name to this particular cell, you can simply do it by typing here. You can put it, even if I put my name, for instance DK Sharma, so if I click in here, it should be DK Sharma, not G2. So how do we do it? From defining names. Okay, so create from selection, when you go, okay, for that you have to select the entire data you have, and then go to create from selection, which gives top row, left column, bottom row. So simply if you want to define the names from top row, click top row only and click OK. So all the data is now have defined names. How do you know? So simply you type equals shoes. If you say equals shoes, you see the data is selected itself. So data has been highlighted and the selection has been made. Okay, so if you simply delete it, anything which are defined in top row will appear here like this, you see. So this is how the create from selection function works in order to define names. And the next function we have define names, or it could have been first. You click here, you want to define any name for any particular range or cell. You select this range, you go to define name, you put name, example shoes. Here you put reference, so reference you put this, and press OK. The name already exists, so it means there is already a name. So how do we know if there are names? So we directly go to name manager. So these are the names already exist. So what you can do, simply select all of them and delete. So names is deleted. Okay, so let me finish this name manager. How does it work? It's similar to define new. You see the same function opened up earlier. Name, you put, example, I put name shoes. Here I give the reference this and click OK. So there is, in the name manager, one is array. Okay, so if I want to use this function, example, I want to make total of this range, I can simply type sum and SUS and bracket close, enter. So this is how the name manager function works. So basically, in order to give a name to any particular range, which can help us save our time rather than making a selection in order to use in the formula. So okay, so next function here we have left is use in formula. How do we use those name in formulas? Simply click here, you click on SUS, as you see. Now you can put any formula before that. Okay, let me do it again. Use in formula, SUS. We go here. If you example, for instance, you want sum also, bracket close, it will give you the total of that same. Or you can also simply press alt and equals like this, and you can drag it. So basically this is all about defining the names. Okay, now we talk about trace precedence, trace dependence, and remove arrows. So this is formula auditing, means checking if anything wrong in the formulas, or evaluation of the formulas, and checking the formula, what formulas are exist in your sheet, and removing the arrow. First let me talk about the precedence. So example, if I keep my cursor here in this cell and I click on trace precedence, so it gives me this highlighting this all, and there is an arrow. So basically where this number come from, means what this number reflects to. So this number reflects to all those numbers. Okay, now in case of trace dependence, you have to go, example, if I keep my cursor here and I click on trace dependence, it will give me the same formulas here. You see two arrow. So this also defines this and defines this, so depends on these two. I hope you understand. So simply you remove arrow. Okay, when you click remove arrow, arrow will be removed. Example, this 365, if I click here and I do trace precedence, so it will select the entire, it will make a selection. And if I do this and I put trace dependence, so it will give like this. Okay, hope you understand. So now we do show formula. When you click here, all the formulas in your sheet will appear. I click here, so there is some formula here, there are equals, these are the formulas are here. Okay, now you click here one more time and it's gone. Error checking, if you in order to check any error in your sheet, you can click on error checking, so there are no errors for as of now. And to evaluate formula, you can simply click here, it will show the formula, you can evaluate. It's showing evaluation is correct, and then it's correct. If it is wrong, it should show wrong. For example, how you check error, if I remove this and I put equals t, nothing. So okay, now if I click error checking, it will show me that there is an error here in cell D11. This is the error. And what is the error? The formula contains unrecognized text. Resume, and if you want options are there how you can fix it, so that goes for advanced. So simply in order to check error, that's how it works. You can type any number for now. Okay, so these formula auditing function is done. Now we have a watch window. How the watch window works, example, if I copy the same data and again it was cut, actually copy, and now you see, so I pasted the same data here down, and now if I have to check this total or this total, for example, let me do it one more. Okay, if I need to check this number all the time and I have to make some changes, I have to go down to check that if the number is changing or no. Example, if I make this, so this number has changed. Okay, but how I can check here on the screen? So for that matter, watch window comes in. So simply you click here on watch window, the watch window comes up here, and if you make any changes here, like if I put any bigger number, the changes have been made, and now 8656 is the value total of this. Since it's cell C17 was selected, is from previous watch window, so I'm going to delete this, and now let's create another one. We can create add, and we can give selection. We give this selection, we do okay. So there are two now. So if we make any changes anywhere again, so all the changes are appeared here. Okay, so this is the change. So this, for this reason, the watch window works. Let's close this. Now we talk about the last function, which is calculation. How does it work? Calculation option usually remains by default on automatic, and automatic except from data tables. And if there is any data table you want to keep it as an exception and everything else should work automatic, then you can select this. And the third function is manual. I'm going to be showing you first manual. How does it work? Example, I delete all of them. Okay, and I say equals sum, and I select those, bracket close. And if I drag it down like this, it's giving me, actually I put by mistake negative sum and make a selection, enter 170. The number is correct, but if you drag it down like this, everything is not change, the automatic calculation is not done. So how does it work? You can click here, calculate now, so it will calculate all, or you can simply resume from manual to automatic. So now one more time, if I do the same calculation, let me delete those, and I put alt equals enter and drag it down. Now the calculation is correct, it's working automatic. So this is the function of manual, automatic. And if you are to do any calculation, click on calculate now, in case if the calculation is set on manual. Calculate sheet works for if you want calculation only for one particular sheet. Example, if I copy this data, so the best way to copy anything is you copy the whole sheet. Let's make it a little bigger. Okay, so we have a data the same on this sheet and here on this sheet. So how we are going to work? If you want to make, first you have to make it manual. Okay, you have to make this also manual, so it's manual. Now I'm going to be deleting all of this, and I will do the manual calculation. Alt equals, and I drag it down, so it will give me all the same. So here we do the same thing. Okay, now the calculate sheet, example, if you don't want this data to be changed and you want only this data to be changed, so you can simply click on calculate sheet. So data has changed here, but data did not change here. If you want to change here also, you have to click calculate sheet. Hope you have got that. This is all about this now. And let me change this. Keep it always on automatic, otherwise this function will not work. The automatic calculation function will not work. Alright, this is about formula tab. Hope you guys understood. If you like the video, please subscribe to my channel. See you next time. Till then, take care. Bye bye.